Hey, my friend, how are you doing?
Hey man, nice to see you.
You too. Welcome back. Always good to chat with you. And here's another day. Well, here in the U.S., called another day, another dollar. Um, how are you? How are things going? How's life? How's running business? How's everything going here on this nice December day?
Thank you for asking. It's always nice when people ask how you're doing, and I'm feeling good. Had a nice day at work, and I'm preparing for a Christmas party at the weekend. We have a celebration.
How was it? Is it good? You getting everyone's winding down now. The last couple weeks before Christmas or week before Christmas and then New Year's. So hopefully get some time for yourself.
Yeah, in Germany it's called the silent season, but it's not often very silent because everybody's getting busy. It's the same in America. It's like everywhere in countries where Christmas is celebrated. People want to buy all the presents and are hectic sometimes. But I'm feeling good. Have all my stuff. I have not much because we are in our family. We don't practice this a lot. We just eating and have a great time together. It's more important.
Well, you know, again, as we've always talked about here, right? Take the time. You just never know when you get that time and focus on it, good and bad, right? How's the work stuff going now? I mean, are you getting a chance to close things off and these meetings going well? With stuff that you do that you own, how's that going? Can you share with with everyone listening in from around the world? How's that going for you? Anything you want to share with everybody today?
Okay. Yeah, in my experience, it is like this. Many people and the cold seasons are getting sick. Yeah, everybody catch a cold a little bit, because of stress. Talked before, and yeah, and you have to care about yourself and feel your body, and you have to do relaxing or whatever. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I had appointments also, and people was yeah uh, they cannot accept the meeting because they're getting sick. This is like because of stress or whatever, and it's just frustrating sometimes and a little bit annoying. Yeah, you prepare for a meeting and yeah, you make thoughts and yeah, when it's 10 minutes before a meeting, it's always like many people give up. They especially when they're also feeling that good. Yeah, but you have to carry on. It's kind of life, yeah. You cannot always plan what's going on.
Yeah, I would say one of the things I would share with you is you can't really do much with that. It happens. You're living it. I mean, we go through it with everything that we're doing. People have to reschedule, but it is tough this time of year too. People are getting sick. People are going through. There's a lot of colds, a lot of things and flus that are going out there, and it is frustrating. At times, you prepare, which I'm sure you did for your meetings. You've got your whole presentation going with what you're going to talk about, and then all of a sudden, someone or the group cancels within 5 minutes or even this right at the minute before it starts, right? For whatever reason. So it's okay, right? As you said, just a lot of things is I always use that word, persistence, right? Be persistent, don't give up, don't quit. A lot of people tend to quit. Um, and that's the whole thing. And you got to always think positive, right? It doesn't matter whether it's sales or whatnot, or in your case, you've got a lot of other stuff going on. You're very busy, right? So you have all these other activities and other meetings you have to join. But I could understand how frustrating it is, and it's part of it, right? Not just even in business, but think about life too, right? Friends, you get a chance to go meet with people. Some of your friends that you meet with that you might be going out to do a holiday party or something where you get to dress up, Halloween or whatever. But sometimes things happen, and it is what it is. But the point is, don't quit, don't give up on people, and you keep, what you'd agree, right? Persistence, right? Be
It's all
persistent
about the
with everybody and
mindset.
make sure that,
Mindset, yeah.
yeah.
Check yourself first, yeah. Care of yourself first and then care about the others. It make no sense. I understand it when I also feel like down and not in the mood to do something. I'm in sales, man. I have to to sell stuff. When I'm feeling bad, I cannot sell. Yeah, it's better to cancel one time, and the next you go with new energy and uh, with new positive thinking in it, and then yeah, it's working out, man. Don't never give up and don't quit.
And a lot of people do quit too, right? If you think about, when we're talking here, right? What's your advice in your experience with you? And you're all the way in Germany, right? You're in Europe, and it's a different mindset with people, right? Versus what we've always talked about here that we have in the US mainland or anywhere. But what would be your advice to people, like whether it is a meeting or something changes or something gets canceled and rescheduled? A lot of people get easily deterred, right? What's your advice?
My advice is like I had this experience with yeah, like a crew about with 50 members, and when I was working at a supermarket company, and there was always this groups when they have just a little, you know, thing on the skin or whatever, they go to the doctor, and then they was that not in work like for 7 days or whatever, yeah. And there was the other ones, the hard, the tough ones. They don't never give up. And then there was the the main crew, yeah. As a should how I should say, there was the people you can always rely on, and they pushed the business. And this is yeah how it is, and yeah.
What do here's a thing, right? Give some insight, right? Well, what do you do to stay positive? You have all these negative things. Let me give you an example. You have a bad day at work. You have some bad experience. Could be a customer, could be a conversation you had, could be you driving or taking a bus to work and almost get in an accident, God forbid. And then there's all these, we have our days that we have, things that are like, oh, everything's against us today, right? It gets very stressful. You know what I mean? What would you say, you do to at least avoid this, to get around trying to make sure like the whole day is not lost or your evening, right? Because we could let everything take over us, but there's people out there that find pillars that they could hold on to and things that keep them staying positive instead of going into the shadows, right? And giving up.
It's appreciation. Work people do, and when you appreciate what they do, they come and not, don't go easily to the doctor, because they feel, yeah, you care about them, you want the best for them, and that's how it is, yeah. And when you underestimate like the skills from people, or you don't care about like the lower client, maybe it is some cleaners or whatever. Always be respectful to everybody, and you always get it back. And you have to wait. The time will come always. Don't give up. There is always bad times and always good times. It's not always like I said one of our last meetings. It's not always sunny weather.
And I think that's the message here, right? To everybody is, you know, whether again, life is happening, it could be something, you're getting bad news on whatever it is. Yes, you react to it. But remember, try to keep calm as much as possible. Yes, our emotions get the best of us. I think being calm, being able to try to just stay focused in a sense of composure, and think through, because again, I always use this example in the US or anywhere. If say you're driving, someone cuts you off, right? Immediate reactions, we would yell back, we'd get mad, we'd give, some gestures, and it's bad. It could make it worse. We escalate. I always think if it happens to me, it's happened a lot to me, not where people are doing it on purpose, but I always think, hey, maybe that person's rushing because they just heard some bad news. Maybe something happened to a family member. They got to get back home. So I always try to escalate, but also try to give a reason on me telling myself not to get stressed out. Number one, not to get emotional, because I think emotional decisions are not the best decisions. It's something where you want to kind of think through if you can. But I think, the message here, like, as you're saying, is focus on the positives, right? But if something like that happens, try not to get negative right off the bat. Just take a deep breath, settle. Even if say you're driving, pull over to the side of the road, take a deep breath. Or if you're doing something, we'll just step away just for a minute, regather yourself. And I think what you described earlier with, having that reschedule, yes, it's frustrating. I know you prepare and but it's all mindset, right? It's all about the mindset, my friend. So I think if the mindset's right, we'll be right. Everything's going to be okay. So I think that was my message today.
Stay objective.
I love it. I love positivity, my friend. Positivity. So, but yeah, I think that's good. And as always, I just want to just say, thank you. Sharing it all the way from Europe here, and for everyone listening, please, guys, please send us a message. We'd love to have you come on. Love to have your questions and comments and ask us. We'd give you. That's again for this channel where we have for wisdom, wealth, winning. Right? It's the wisdom to overcome, the wealth of knowledge and friendship, and winning those inner battles. Right? We want to share from our experiences that we do care, and we want to share our successes and failures, how we've overcome it together, right? Because you can't do things on your own. It is very difficult. So where think of us as your extended support group per se, and would love to hear from you. So again, thank you so much. Again, love you guys. We're here for you. Don't hate us, love us. We love you.